Introducing ChartBoss, an Excel AI agent that makes you the boss of your data and charts. With ChartBoss, you can answer data questions instantly and make stunning charts in seconds. Today, I'm going to show you a magical new way to work with data within Microsoft Excel. This is the ChartBoss add-in. It's available right within Excel, right where you work with data. This is the data set we're going to use today. So the first thing you might say is, what are the kind of questions I can ask of my data, right? So all you need to do is type this formula equals ChartBoss, select your data, close the brackets, and you're done. It's now generating useful data questions for you. And remember, we never send your actual data points. All we use is the column names, and the intelligence at the back end figures out what are the best data questions you can ask of the data. So here are some great questions. This one seems the most interesting. Rank the regions by total sales. So now I'm going to create a data insight from this question. So what I'll do is say equals ChartBoss, select my data, comma, point to the data question or type it out directly and say enter. Now what's happening is ChartBoss is going to analyze your data by creating a pivot table that answers the data question based on the original data, and it then creates the perfect production quality chart based on this pivot table. You can see that region and sales have been selected, and it is ranked region by sales in descending order. And this chart, the intent of the chart is ranking, so it's selected a sorted column chart. And if we say next chart, it'll show you a sorted bar chart. That way you can keep cycling through the list of charts that ChartBoss suggests for you. Quite magical, isn't it? Now let's take another example. Say I want to find the product-wise sales by region, right? So we say equals ChartBoss. We have our data set, and I can just put in my data question directly here and say product-wise sales by region, and I say enter. Again, it's creating an insight for you. It's working really quickly in the back end, and we have this great output, right? So we have product-wise sales in each region. And in a sense, what we're doing is we're comparing values between groups. That's one potential use case. And it's generated this chart, which is a grouped column chart. And now we can click on next, and we have a grouped bar chart. And we can click on next, and we have a dot plot, which is really hard to create in Excel, by the way. Next, we have a dumbbell chart. Then the next intent or the use case it found was comparing multiple totals, right? So this is why we have an absolute stacked column chart. We can continue. We have an absolute stacked bar, continue, and now it has 100% stacked column and 100% stacked bar. And now we're back to the first chart. So you can see that all you needed to do was ask a question, a data question in your own language of this data set, and Excel, without sending your data to the backend, all we do is use your column names. It figures out that this is the right answer to your data question, and this is the right set of charts to display that as an insight. So it's fully traceable. So the chart depends on the pivot, depends on the data, and it's completely secure because this data never leaves your computer. Now let's type one final example just to show you what this add-in is capable of. So let's say I type out a data question here, right? Show me regional sales for, let's say, product A, right? Now that's the question I want to ask. And let's say I say equals ChartBoss. I select my data, comma, point to my question, and I say enter. So here you can see that it smartly set the filter to product A, because that's what my query asked for, and it's taken regional sales for product A, right? And this is the chart that's created. So again, I can click on next, and it shows me a bar chart. The previous one was a column chart. It shows me a vertical lollipop, a horizontal lollipop, a dot plot, a waterfall, horizontal waterfall, a 100% total bar, this is a single stacked column, a single stacked bar. This, in the previous case, it was comparing parts of a single total, and now we're back to comparing values between groups. So again, fully traceable chart based on pivot, which in turn is based on the data. So in a nutshell, that's what ChartBoss can do. It's done two things for the first time in the world. One is it's created a data visualization and a data processing agent for Excel that are accessible as formulas. Second, for the first time ever in the world, you can create a chart using a formula in Excel. Reach out to us with your thoughts, and you'll be hearing a lot more from us very soon. Thank you.